Hi there, this is Dana Shay with danashay.com, and I am so privileged and honored to be able to share with you all a video series I'm doing called From Defeat to Destiny. Each person that I've interviewed for this series has overcome some sort of tremendous odds in their life. And this first person that I'm going to be sharing with you all, I met him about a month or so ago at a business event. Now, Phillip Patterson has overcome literally death. And he stared death in the face and he overcame it. And he has such an amazing, powerful testimony about just grace and hope and faith and belief. And really, it doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. This interview is not set up to convert anyone, but it's really just designed so that you can understand that no matter what you're going through in your life, no matter what you face in life, there is always hope if you just believe. So I don't want to take up any more time. I'm so excited and privileged to introduce to you all Phillip Patterson. Hey everybody, it's Dana Shay with danashay.com, and today I am so privileged to have with us someone who I actually just met last month at a business event in Chicago. His name is Phillip Patterson, and today I just wanted to talk to Phillip because, I know a little bit about his story, but I don't know his entire story, and I wanted to just get him on an interview type situation just so that I could learn a little bit more about him and just really introduce him to you all so that you can find out just his story and a little bit more about him. So I'm sure this is going to be a very, very good time for us just to kind of hang out. We're just kind of kicking it laid back style. So Phillip, thanks so much for joining me today. And obviously, we could see, well, I don't know if people could see or not, but you are in a wheelchair. And why don't you tell me a little bit about what happened? Like, were you born with a physical condition, or was there something happened to you?
You see that hole on the side of my head?
I
I
do
was
see it.
shot.
You almost died.
Yeah.
Wow, what happened?
Well, a long time ago, I was playing with my dad's gun and accidentally shot myself.
Oh my goodness.
What had happened was I was like watching TV shows, a lot of them, where people would take the clip out of the gun and like play with it. And I took the clip out of the gun and not I thought that I had emptied the gun and I expected to get a clip, but I got a boom instead.
Oh my God.
It,
How old were you?
I was 11 years old.
Oh my gosh.
They said I was gonna be dead within 24 hours. And then I slipped into a coma and they said I was gonna be a vegetable. So they put me in a nursing home and I recovered from there. And they sent me to a rehab hospital where I spent a year in Vallejo, California, in Casa Permanente Rehab Hospital. So, but I am thankful I'm alive.
Mm.
At first, I wanted to kill myself, but
Mm.
I thought about all kind of ways to do it too, but never really had the guts to do it though.
Wow. Were you home by yourself when it happened, or like who when the gun went off, who found you? How did you get help?
Well, my cousin and my friend was with me.
Oh, so they were sitting right there watching you play with the gun.
Rumors were I went outside and threatened the drug dealers with it, but it's a vague memory to me, but I only remember that part. I don't remember coming back in with it.
So you just remember sitting on the bed thinking, I'm playing with this gun, and even
No,
though I'm a,
that's not the part I remember.
oh, you don't
I
remember that part
remember
either.
the part of me going outside and threatening all the drug dealers. Because I lived in a rough neighborhood. I used to get picked on all the time
Mm,
by all the drugs, the thugs, or whatever. And I just wanted it to stop.
wow.
So I remember that part vaguely. But anyway, the bullet went through my temporal lobe and came out of my frontal lobe.
Mm.
If you could see the top of my head,
Yeah, I can see. I see it.
the wound, the bullet went in there and came out of there. So it went straight through my head. 45. I should be dead right now.
Wow.
Like I was living before, I know I'd be in hell right now.
Mm.
So I'm just thankful I'm alive.
Wow. So who Okay, so your friend and your cousin were sitting there with you when you were playing with the gun. So when they obviously saw you shot yourself, are they the ones who called 911 or went for your parents, or how did you get to the hospital?
So my dad was at work, and I used to see him playing with the gun all the time. It was at the middle shelf of the fireplace mantle. So it was locked and loaded.
So after you
So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
message to all y'all parents out there, either lock your guns up, keep them out of access of your kids, or teach them how the safeties, the ins and outs of guns, or just don't have them at all. That's my advice to all the parents out there.
I think you bring up such a good point. When I was little, my stepdad used to hunt. And so he had these big shotgun rifles in our house, and they were just in him and my mom's master bedroom closet. And he had them face down to the ground, but we never saw him playing with them. But I think kids, if there's guns in the house, kids, and if they find them, kids are gonna play with them. And I remember, I don't think I've ever shared this story publicly before, but my sister and I were home alone, and we had some friends over, and we were just wrestling and playing around. And I remember one of our friends had actually pinned my sister down on the floor. Now we were all playing around, so I had this bright idea. I'm gonna go in my stepdad's closet and get the gun. And so here I am. I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years old, and I bring this big shotgun rifle out, and I'm pointing it at the girl, and I'm like, "Get off my sister." And thank God nothing happened. Now, I don't know if it was loaded or not. I know he used to keep the bullets right on his dresser, right beside the closet. And so, you think about stuff like that, and you think, wow, God, like, how close would that have been? Like, what if something would have happened? And in your situation, you actually did pull a loaded gun, and it didn't click. You could have been killed. Just like you said, you should be dead. So, um, why do you think you live?
The grace of God.
Did you know the Lord then as a child? Were you brought up in a Christian home?
Well, on the contrary, I was introduced to drugs, sex, and gang violence at a very young age. So it wasn't no Christianity in my house. Though we did pray for our food and stuff,
Wow.
other than that, I do remember my dad, when my dad was up in the Philippines, he had his girlfriend taking care of me, and I was baptized as a kid at her church. But when I moved to West Oakland, from East Oakland to West Oakland, that's when my life, uh,
Mm.
I had no life. I mean, childhood, I was introduced to adult things and interested in adult things at a very young age. So,
So after you
uh,
went to the nursing home, they said you were going to die. You obviously didn't die. They said you were going to be a vegetable. You're obviously, thank God, not a vegetable. How did you find the Lord? Or we know that the Lord found you, but tell me a little bit about how you became a Christian.
how I became a Christian
Yeah.
was, um,
Wow. I told you it was going to be powerful. Well, be sure to tune in to the second session where we're going to continue the interview with Phillip, and we're going to find out, first of all, what's so darn funny, and we're going to find out a little bit more about where he's at today and some of his dreams for the future. You are not going to want to miss this second session. You can watch all of these sessions on my website at danashay.com or simply click onto the next video, and I'll see you on session 2.